What up, family? It's Sunday, July 7th, and I had a pretty good week. Pretty basic week. Well, hold on. Truthfully, nothing in my life is basic right now, so let me scratch that from the record. But things are moving for me, and I'm finally in a direction, or actually finally in a position to head in a good direction, take care of my family, which is something I think Mom was holding on to before she passed, just to make sure that I could properly provide for my family. And that's always been my biggest motivation, like, to protect my family is number one. But what comes along with that also is the parasitic nature of family, which, if you never had to deal with, I hope you never do. Sometimes folks just come to you with their hands out who don't appreciate what you do for them. And it's a sad feeling, to be honest with you, like going to war for someone and just have them turn around and, I don't want to say stab you in the back, but act like everything you've done for them doesn't equal up to anything. But that's neither here nor there right now. I'm dealing with that situation and letting all that stuff go. So right now, my motivation is to get back to music, get back to something I love. And it's hard. It's hard though. I make excuses like I don't have the time to do this, I don't have the time to do that, I don't have the time to sit down and really concentrate and write, or to compose and, come up with crazy compositions. But like my homegirl A, she broke it down for me. She's like, you gotta find 20 minutes out of the day just to do something that you love, or even something that you hate, just to do it and get it out of the way. But in this case, with music, just to find 20 minutes just to write a couple hard bars out, just come back to it later on in the day or the next day, but to spend 20 minutes a day working on it. And that's possibly like the best advice I've gotten in a long time, like some real talk, So I took that piece of advice and I'm starting to get back into the process. I started looking at the next song to work on kind of as a tune-up, like what a fighter would do before a championship fight. I'm gonna go in and do something light real quick, get my bars up, and when it's time to go to that championship fight, be in shape and be ready. So started rehashing the jam. And it's one of those things, like, I know everyone says that, what I do is different from what they do, but in this case, it's really something different, at least something different for me. It just has a funky sound that I can't even really describe. And, whatever music I put behind this won't be the song I'm talking about, But yeah, man, it's been a while since I hit the studio. Like April was the last time I went in the middle of April. It's July now, so for me that's forever. For my squad, that's forever. We're used to going in a couple times a month, solid, just to bang out tracks, or not really bang out tracks, just to make sure everything's perfect. Like my process for writing this record right now, I'm only doing an EP. I want to do 6 songs and 1 intro, so 7 tracks total. And I got an idea for the intro, which I'm actually gonna reach out to somebody that I look up to. Crazy premise, but it's gonna tie everything together perfectly. But my approach wasn't to go into writing an EP like I'm gonna write 20-30 songs and pick the best 5 or 6. Like, I know that's what conventional wisdom will tell you to do, but for me, for this project, I just wanted to write the best 5 or 6 songs and call it that. You feel me? Like, let me not pick from filler to put an album together. Let me just go in and write every song to be bangers. But that brings me to like the young boys out there now. With technology being what it is and the access to information being what it is, I don't think that kids who are coming into it now, who are wanting to be creatives, and that's just, you know, a general term for people who do creative things, obviously, but, you know, when I say being creative, that's what I mean. Kids coming into it now write, record, post. And I was guilty of that when I first started, but you gotta remember though, when I first started it was analog 4-track tape recorders. And to get those 4 tracks, we had to flip tapes and, you know, bounce things over and over again to get a halfway decent song. No. It'd be complete garbage, let's just be real about it. But, you know, with technology being what it is today, you got that, you know, recording studio in the palm of your hand via iPad or your iPod or whatnot, which is dope, don't get me wrong, it's super dope, but what's missing is that nurturing phase. Like, I'ma write it, record it, take it to the car, see how it sounds, let the homeboy over here see how it sounds and see like if anything needs to be changed, but now it's just, let me put it out. And what I try to explain about that, like why that hurts you, is imagine if someone not in your crew hearing it for the first time, just a spectator. Like, you always want people to hear you at your absolute best, and while you're going through these training phases, you shouldn't put that stuff out there, because someone might hear and be like, nah dude, I'm good on all that, son. So I just remind them, just let it brew for a little bit, nurture it, let it marinate. But then again, the hell do I know? I was doing the same thing. Oh well though. Yeah. So hopefully I'm gonna get back in the studio by the end of the month and really push forward on getting this EP finished. Well, August is gonna be a dead month for me because I'm gonna be OT out of town for a little vacation, which hella excited for, because it's been a hot minute since I took some time off from life. So, you know, me and the missus are gonna head out for a little bit, but I'm sure I'm gonna bring back some good footage for that little trip or whatnot. Hopefully, right? But yeah, it's time for me to get back, get motivated, get back to my old self. Not just on me writing music, I mean getting my health game back up and, you know, continue striving, working hard, continue to provide for my family. That's all I want, you know? That's all I want. But yo, this is my diary. Entry 2.